bring you all in. Look at that. Oh, that's cool. I'm trying new things. Let's see. Hello, hello. Hi. How are you doing today? Trying some new things. Do the bubble wrap. Ooh, I like bubble. There we go. I know it's been a while. It has. Look at my little website here on here. Man, just doing some new things here. Okay. Playing around on the computer as I should be talking. What else is new? So welcome everybody. Thank you for joining me this Friday. Or this Saturday, I should say, I'll be hosting my tarot class, and it's a one-day class. It's recorded. You will receive a workbook with it, and also with the work. Well, yeah, I got the workbook. Yes. And in there also, blah, blah, blah. There is going to be where you're going to have a journal with it. So there's a tarot journal. All of this for $17. So if you want to join me this Friday or this Saturday, why Friday? It's not Friday, it's Saturday. This Saturday. So we have that coming up on the 7th. We are also going to have, if I can speak, a journal course, and the journal course will be on the following Tuesday, not this Tuesday, but the following Tuesday. So we will be doing a journaling class in the evening. So this is going to cover 2 nights, the Tuesday night, and it'll have to be Tuesday and Thursday evening, because Wednesdays we have basketball. Can't forget about the basketball. We have basketball. So Tuesdays and Thursday evenings. So getting you prepared to start your journals. And this is like, there will be prompts and stuff to do with it. And this is $15 for the 2 nights. So on the Tuesday and the Thursday. So we have that's coming up. Then I'm heading off to Manville. And then I will be having my vision board class. So my vision board virtual retreat, which will be on the 21st and 22nd. And that is going to be a loaded of fun. There's a huge workbook that's over 100 pages that comes with this. And this workbook is going to help to guide you through 2024. That's what this workbook is for. So it's going to be it's going to be a lot of fun. There's going to be meditations on this little vision board virtual retreat to help you get you into the zone of creating and manifesting for yourself. That is going to be, and that course is $130. So for the 2, and it's recorded in the whole bit as well. So we have a few things that are happening. We also have, connecting with the ancestors, which will be on the 29th. And that'll be an online of connecting with your ancestors of those who've gone by. So we'll be having that at the end of the month as well. So, whew, man, crazy times. Let's have a sip of coffee. Bring in my witchy cup. Got my coffee going. Went for a walk this morning with my handsome husband. So we went for a walk, and there was a deer family, but I didn't get my phone out in time to get a picture of them. And of course, they're gone. Deers don't exactly, sit and pose for a while. So they're there and then they're gone. Lots of leaves falling down. Trees are really beginning to change. You can really feel that energy and that fall energy that's coming in. So I did post on Facebook and Instagram people's this week's astrological sun signs. And so that's been posted. Did it really fancy. Took me a while to do that, just an FYI of putting it in and then putting the information in. And then, anyways, I did it, and I love it. I mean, once it's done, once you do that, at least, you can, it's there, right? And I can do it again. So what is going on? We have some cray energy this month. It's coming in fast and furious. This is it's a big month ahead, and this is where we are going to be having the eclipse portal. with the annual solar eclipse on October 14th. We're going to have a lunar eclipse on October 28th. We have tons of intense transits that are going to be coming in with Mars. So with that, you're going to be hearing a lot on in the Muggle world. You're going to be hearing a lot of sort of conflicts. You're going to be hearing things about things, changing courses, changing minds, things about the war intensity, and things along that line, especially with these transits with Mars. We also have Eris, which is going to conjunct the North Node on the 21st. Aries is it's newly discovered. It's we all have Aries in our chart, and it's all in Aries, every single person alive, because she has a long transit. But she was discovered in 2005, and she packs a punch. Her modern myth says her title is the goddess of discord, strife, and chaos, and she holds that proudly. She does. But did you know that an ancient meaning of strife was earnest endeavor? I was looking at when I read that, I was like, wow, okay, I didn't know that, but now I do. So Hesiod talks about two strifes, and how one, when we get to know her, you love her. And the other one is we mostly hear of today, where she is seen as negative and bad. But when we hear the two versions of the myth of the goddess, you get a clue that there's a patriarchal rewrite what happened. This occurred when the transited from the matriarchal beliefs and traditions to the patriarchal ones. As the patriarchal religions gained power, it would co-opt the myth of previous people, and keep the players, but change the storyline. We've seen that with Archangel Gabriel, where if you get really older texts and really older Bibles, Gabriel was a woman, and was a woman who came to give the information. So it was the voice of Gabriel, and it was changed, and it was changed in around, I think it was the 11th century or the 12th century that it got changed. So it's, how these little things in these myths, really get rewritten and changing the narratives. Now, Joseph Campbell stated the mythology is meant to inspire the human spirit. So changing the myths would change the inspiration and change the foundation of beliefs and systems for the people. Very powerful goddesses would have their myths rewritten. It's like Medusa. You think Medusa's horrible, right? So Athena became, I'm getting ahead of myself here, but the myths rewritten with their power, which were dismissed or handed over to the men, and they got married off. So Juno becomes a vindictive wife who's always cheated on. Athena becomes the daughter of a patriarch, born of no mother and disconnected from her own femininity. So Athena is born from the head of Zeus. So she just pops out of his head, and there she is. Medusa gets raped, blamed, and then killed. Well, this happened to Eris too. And the old Eris was a goddess that a man would praise when he came to understand her, how we understand, and more importantly, work with her. And this is bringing in a positive and useful light, because she's going to be bringing in a lot of energy this month. Eris helps us to strike things and see them. She helps us to be earnest in our endeavors and have our staying power. That's who she is. She gives us, she pulls the veils, and she reveals shadows that no one wants to see. That's what Eris does. Now, nobody wants to see the things. Nobody wants to see the things about the children. They don't want to see the things that happened to other women in different countries, or men that have happened to different. You don't want to see those things. But Eris, what she does, she is the fighter. She's the underdog. She pulls that veils and reveals those shadows. And when Eris, not Eris, Aries, as she is now known, and has since 1922 and will be until 2044, she helps us to stand, set boundaries, and say no. and have agencies in our lives. She wants you to set those boundaries. She wants you to stand firm. She doesn't want you to fall for any trickery or it um be the one to be the victim. She wants you to be that strong. She's the activism. She has the strong characteristics of Joan of Arc, seen in the archetype of Wonder Woman. The release date, which was in the movie was released in 2017 and had the most insane grand fire trine with the heiress involved when that movie was released, and seen in the chart of Meghan Markle, too. She has that heiress one. So the goddess of discord, the goddess that's not, or the queen or the princess that's not getting invited to anything. So she's got a little bit of set up her butt. She and Harry announced their departure right as we led to the first Pluto Eris Square in January of 2020, and right when COVID was starting to explode all over the place. So we have this energy, especially with Pluto when she squared Eris, was huge explosions. I talked about it back then. Eris stirs the pot and shakes things up and focuses us to open our eyes. She wants us to do that. And she personally loves us and she wants to shock us. And she brings in destabilization and she liberates and she frees. That's the energy of Eris and that's the energy of October. It is a destabilization. It's a shocker, but it's a liberator and it's a freeing energy all into one. This is the archetype of the 21st century. And we are only 23 years into this century and 977 more to go. This energy is calling us and it's setting us on the cusp of huge change and radical change within our lives. And October is just one of those months that is coming in to bring us those radical changes, to bring us those shaking up, those liberating energies, right? And Eris is the mostly seen of the goddess of discord and chaos. She wants to bring us, bring forth such peace and tranquility in our life. But in order for us to embody it, we have to go in deeply into our shadow. Hence, this is the month of the shadow. Energy is never anything other than cray. And that's what we're happening. But it has to be cray. It has to be crazy. Because when it's where we have had for such a long time, especially yes, we've had some ups and downs and craziness of energies since World War II, but since the time from the 50s on into the 60s to the 70s, yes, we've had inflation, we've had wars, we've had craziness, but we haven't had the intensity that we're having now. And the reason why it has to happen now, it is getting us prepared, getting us ready, getting us to come into this new earth, this new world, this new realm of light. And we can embody the truth of our light when we're hanging on to a bunch of shadow, when we're hanging on to a bunch of bullshit. And the thing is that we'll see the divisions. We'll see a lot of people don't want to stay. They don't want to go to that because it's like, I don't know what it's all about. It's too scary. I don't want to know that. It's like they put blinders up and muffs on their ears because it's a difficult part is to change and to look at a lot of things that we have to work on for ourselves. It's like, even for me, it's like, my being diligent on doing my scopes, getting the readings out, doing, right now I'm working on some new stuff. And it's that diligence work that, this is what has to be done, and thinking that it's just going to poof and happen. But in making it happen, in doing it, there's going to be things that are going to pop up that are going to be uncomfortable, that aren't going to go totally in the way that you want it to be aligned. And it's going to cause some bumpiness. And here we are. We're coming in. We're bringing in this bumpiness. Have to break off. Neighbor needs me. Oh, okay. Sending you and the neighbor love. So this is where we're heading. We're heading into some crazy energy. We're heading into where There's a lot that's happening, and especially with Eris. We also have Mercury. Mercury, god of communication. He quincunxes. Now, a quincunx looks like a picnic table, and stuff is on the picnic table, right? But we're not sure what to do with the stuff on the picnic table. So Mercury is quincunxing the North Node in Aries with the Mercury quincunxing Eris. So we got this energy that we're not too sure what to do with it. We're getting the information, but we're not understanding it fully. So we need to pay attention to what we hear, what we think, and say and learn, and otherwise receive as information. We may not know how to use it all totally as yet, but Eris is calling us to pay attention. There's some information that's coming in. We have Venus in Leo, lovely Venus in Leo. And she's doing a trine, which is very positive over to Eris in Aries, and then it's going to add a little bit of passion and fire to this agency, this purpose and accessibility. So this is to truly live from the truth of your heart. You're receiving a lot of information, and it might be muddling all up into your head, and you're just like, oh my God, that's just so much. Bring it down into your heart. Asking your heart. Okay, I got to take a few minutes. I got to bring my hands to my heart. I really got to take a moment, maybe write things out and moodle things out. If not, what are you ready, willing, and able to do about it, right? Because this is where, are you truly living from the heart? Are you truly living the way that you need to live? And then we have Mercury opposes Neptune, which can be mystical and intuitive, but it can also be very confusing and nebulous. And Mercury in Virgo wants to be discerning, right? But with Neptune opposite him, not all seems what it is, because Neptune can be very elusive and bring in things and shadows that we are not used to or we have not seen before. But there's a strong sense with Neptune's energy this week, and with Venus on Tuesday, when Mars on Thursday, and Juno on Saturday. So these are all bodies are triggering the recent Neptune South Node quincunx. Many of us walk around with rose-colored glasses, and this is a week that we start taking them off. We want to be checking in, not checking out. Delusion, denial, deception, those are all part of this energy that's coming in. And so we have to be very discerning. We have to be very receptive and take that and come into our heart energy and really look at things clearly so we don't get lost. There's ideals and perfection that's seeking both Pisces and Libra. Right? They want to, with Neptune and the South Node, are more likely to want us to see things as they should be, might be, used to be, could be. But the point of the power is in the now, and how you are perceiving, how you're receiving, how you are allowing it to appear. If we can meet these things head on and see them as they are right now, right? Even if they piss you off. So there's going to be a lot that's going to come in that's going to piss you off or make us sad. We are then empowered to get clear on what needs to change and transform. If you're getting sad, if you're getting pissed off, okay, what is that? What is it? What is it, as they say, that trigger that's doing it to you? And taking that moment. If it can be changed or transformed, it can be released entirely. If you're pissed off at you're looking at something, or you just happen to run across something the PM just said, and you're like, oh, rah, 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 rah. Okay, hold it. See, why is that angering you? What's going on? Eris is the antidote to all of this. Now, she's the goddess of great to get real. Don't be faking it, girl. Don't be trying to be something you are not. She will pull you back or rip off the veil of obscures of reality. She will make you see the truth of who you really are. And Eris is coming in this month. So she's the one who's that crazy one running around and getting people to see the truth of things, but people don't want to see the truth of things, and they'll call her names and they'll say things about her. She is not tasty, sweet medicine. She is spicy and sour, but she is the medicine we need at certain times in our lives so we can be able to change and enjoy when it is the sweetness. She is here this month and she's bringing in the Kraken. She is the one that wants you to turn towards her and listen to her, working with her, and make your October very graceful and easyful when you are stepping into the truth and taking the veils off. And that is some of the hardest things to do when you work with Eris, because Eris is the one who will do the strife. Eris is the one that will strike you down to make you sit on your ass and take a look and say, hey, you've been fucking up lately, girl. Have you noticed? Are you taking responsibility for it? Or are you going around with rose-colored glasses and saying, oh, life is just great and everything is just going to be just so fine? Well, not going to say it's not going to be fine, but Eris is going to rip them off and say, okay, maybe you need to clean the cupboards. Maybe you need to sit down and write that proposal. Maybe you need to do some other things that need to be done, and getting it done. That's what Eris is. But a lot of times we don't want to do it because it's like a lot of fucking work. It's easy, the idea I have, the concept that I have, it sounds so easy, but it's the back work to get it done, to record it, to edit it, to put it up, right? And these are the types of things, okay, I got to make sure I am doing this so that it looks good for other people and people will enjoy it, right? This is so important. This is important to the things that we need to do in our own lives. And with these solar eclipses and lunar eclipses and Halloween and everything else that's coming in this month, it's getting us to wake the fuck up. As I said to people, the last quarter of this year is going to be a ball breaker. And that's why I did, for to get the last 7 readings of the year, get them now. And, there was only, I think, one person that took me up on it, and I'm like, okay. Because a lot of people are like, oh, it'll be fine. Everything will be fine. Oh, don't worry about it. And I'm just like saying, no, this is not going to be a Christmas that you think it is. I was just watching one of my economists who are not mainstream economists, and he was going in and he was talking to like people in Walmart and different blockchain stores and some of the managers and stuff like that, and asked them, hey, what's coming up for, what is it, Black Friday or the thing after Thanksgiving, the Friday. I never go to it, but he was asking about the big sales that are going to be coming up. And they're like, we haven't received anything yet from head office. So a lot of these big chains and stuff like that don't know how much they are going to be promoting for the sales when it comes to around Christmas, right? They're sort of up in the air. And this is coming from the American side. So the American side is going to have a huge influence on the Canadian side because a lot of those chains go back and forth, right? So there are these, this energy of saying, what you are thinking for consumerism and things like that aren't going to be the way it was. Target is joining with Homeland Security in the United States because of all the thefts that it's been having and the shrinkage that's going on with them. And I thought that was kind of weird. So there's a lot of things that are happening that sometimes we don't pay attention or we don't think it has anything to do with us. But those little things trickle along, and we're going to start seeing the effects and how money is really going to hit people in the ass this last quarter. People aren't going to have the money this last quarter. And Eris is letting us know we got to wake up. Mars is letting us to come into a little bit of more discernment. And Mercury is saying, are you listening? Venus is saying you got to come into your heart and listen. Listen to what's coming into your heart. And don't get into the delusions of everything that's going to come through with the media, because that's where Neptune is. And it's going to bring in deception. And what is that deception going to be coming in? And this is where it's like, how, what am I going to be doing? You're not going to be spending your money the way you used to. Money is going to become extremely tight for a lot of families. And we are beginning to see, and especially back east, and it'll come back this way, people losing their homes. But Mama is teaching us how to create our reality and be prepared. Absolutely. And the thing is, and that's the thing. You can be prepared. You can get it. But it's where you get lost in the craziness in that of the world, where, okay, you can't buy all the presents for Christmas. That's okay. Maybe you shouldn't be buying all the presents for Christmas and come to the meaning of what the Christmas is. Maybe you can't get the big turkey for Thanksgiving, so you have a roast or you have something else, but it's not about that so much. It's about the gathering and the connections that you get with the beautiful people that you have around you. This is celebration and coming into the celebration. Allowing that to happen and be the most important things in your life are going to be what's carrying you forward into the next year and into this last quarter. So we have to embrace those parts and those pieces, and those are going to give us the strength and the courage to carry through. That's what it is, to carry through. And it is where, when I, when I used to listen to, my mother's passed away now, but she would tell stories about how the girls would get together and the things they would do, during the wartime, and how they really enjoyed when they did get to go out and go to the dances. And my mom, the women didn't wear nylons back then, because the nylons were used for all the parachutes and stuff. So women didn't have nylons, and that was a big thing. So they would draw a line down the back of their leg. Because that was a very, very big thing for nylons back then. They would have a line down the back of your leg. And the little things that they would really enjoy, it was the little things that they really appreciated and enjoyed. And of course, that carried through to the rest of their life on it. And it's amazing, by the second or third generation, it's gone. The French theme, yes, ooh la la. And it's where this is coming back, where we have to come in and really embrace that of our truth in our family. And family is either blood or not blood, or what you consider as your friendships, your community, coming into that sharing. When you really allow yourself to share, and with people around you, how that bounty is, how that beauty is. I mean, next week we're going to be having Thanksgiving here in Canada. And it's like, okay, it's coming together. It's coming together as family, big, small. It could be just 2 people. It could be 100 people that come together, whatever that is for you. But it's allowing for you to come together. And Eris is teaching us what is the importance of gathering. What is the importance of it all? So let's pull some cards for today. I'm going to pull some cards. Do I want these cards? Where's my other cards? I don't know. I think Mateus was playing with them. So they might have, I think he took my tarot somewhere. Not sure where. But anyways, I got these ones as I'm looking around. So Saturday, the tarot class for $17, and it's an all-day class from 10 to 4. It is recorded, so if you can't make it all day, you'll get the recording, you'll get the PDFs. On the following Tuesday, we have, and just so I got the date on that, So the following Tuesday, which will be the 10th, we are going to be having on the 10th is going to be the journaling. I was going to say the journaling club, the journals. We're going to be learning how to use a journal. You will be receiving a gratitude journal with that, a PDF with that as well. So we're going to have that on the 10th, and that's $15. So, and then on the 21st and 22nd, 21st and 22nd is the vision board. And if you've taken, and the vision board one, it's going to be awesome, really awesome, because it's kind of like the journey club in a weekend. Maybe not as intense, but it's a journey. Like a lot of, I'm going to say it's the journey club in a weekend. We had a thrower, and it's the lover card that threw. So look at the people and what you love in your life. Look at the people that are around you that you want to connect with, right? So this is like making, and it's also about making the choices from your heart, coming in and directing that energy from your heart. All right. Because when you're doing that, you're going to find, here comes the page of Raphael. So in comes some healing. In comes allowing you to heal. Something new will come through with this. And the healing is going to allow you to open your heart more. So a lot of heart energies coming in this weekend. So this week. So looking at your heart, looking at your direction, looking at your relationships and your intentions. What are your intentions? Are you setting intentions each and every day? So that's going to be really coming into that heart center. Also, for those, when I'm saying that, and they just sort of nudged me with the heart too, because a lot of heart energy is coming in. So pay attention to your heart. Pay attention to what are you fueling with your heart, right? So Hawthorn is coming in quite strongly. Hawthorn is for high blood pressure and the heart, Hawthorn, and hibiscus. So hibiscus tea, which is a very beautiful cleansing tea, is coming in as well. So hawthorn and hibiscus is coming in very strongly. And I know I have dried hibiscus here somewhere. I'm going to pull it out. I'm going to have a hibiscus tea after I do my coffee. So hibiscus is coming in very strongly and bringing that in as a cleanser. So bring some hibiscus in. And have even, some tea. And with that comes the Empress. So the Empress is coming in very strong. We got the Lover and the Empress. So the Empress works with Venus. Venus energy is very much around the Empress. She wants you to stand in, come into your heart. Venus loves chocolate and all those beautiful things, and she loves to make sure that she has safety and security in her life. She rules Venus, or Venus rules Taurus and Libra. So that energy is coming in of stability. I want to bring that stability in and that balance, bringing in that balance and stability within our lives so that we can live a more fruitful, loving, caring life. But it's putting some things into action. What are those things that you are putting into action right now in order to have that? Overall, moon energy. Moon's gone through a lot this last week, going over Pluto and Saturn and Neptune and having a full moon and not really being an eclipse. Now, going over Eris and the North Node, and now he's in Taurus. Now I got to deal with Jupiter. So it's like, I want to have it all. I want to have the expansion. But this is bringing in the opportunity to really look at the plans that you are wanting to make in order for you to live by your heart and be guided with your heart in order to create the energies that you would like to create in your life. There you go, baby. You guys all have such a fabulous, fabulous day. And may the Lord and the Lady watch over and bless you in all that you say and all that you be and all you do. Look, my courses, if you want any more information on that, please get a hold of me. I haven't put them up on my website. I'm so bad at that. But they are on my, doing on my Facebook. I'll probably do an event thing for them so that people can sort of take a look at it and if you're interested, definitely join me. So much blessings to you all. May the Lord and Lady watch over and bless each and every one of you in all that you say and all that you be and all that you do. Have a blessed day, everyone. Go out there, shine your light, and be fucking awesome today because that's what you are. You guys are all unfuckable with. Bye-bye, everyone.